So, how are these elements produced? What are their components? The first is the voiceover, that is the dry recorded voice of the announcer. Dry means raw voice only with no music or sound effects. The next ingredient is a music bed, which is instrumental music used underneath the voiceover. Short music beds, called bumpers, can also be used to transition between show segments and stop sets, and vice versa. Recorded sounds produced artificially or from an actual source used to create a dramatic ear catching presentation are known as sound effects and are also often heard in recorded elements. Think of animal, automotive, ambiance, weather, and holiday sound effects heard in seasonal announcements. Sounders or stingers are regularly heard in imaging too. These are short musical sound effects that are used as transitional effects, like the funky bass lines between Seinfeld scenes, or as a punctuating effect like lasers. Sometimes imaging contains drops, which are sound bites lifted from movies, TV programs, or other sources to be used to accentuate programming or identity. When something is fully produced or wet, that production contains a music bed, sound effects, and or stingers along with the voiceover. It's the opposite of dry. Here are a couple of simple examples of transitions between songs. The first is called a segue, a smooth, tight transition from one element to the next. Song 1 ends and song 2 begins with no dead air in between. The other example is a music sweep, which is a segue containing an imaging element between songs. Song 1 ends and a jingle, liner, or legal ID plays into song 2. The transition between song 1 and the imaging element and between the imaging element and song 2 should also be tight with no dead air.